Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the No XP Show. This is Q's Tips. I'm here with Empty Chest, and we are starting our 4-week review of the 18 demos that are coming out with the PlayStation VR. We are 4 weeks away from the release.
So we're going to go through all the demos on the demo disc. All the information for those were released. It looks like there's going to be 18 games. So for the next 4 weeks, we're going to break it down and split that list in 4 and kind of hit on each game a little bit so you kind of know what's going to be available. Most of these games I'm pretty sure are going to be out day one or at least close. Some aren't, but we'll get to that when we get to those games. So we're going to start off with Allumette. Allumette is a 20-minute short film. So it's not a game. You don't control anything. You're pretty much just observing this story that's going on. It resembles a little bit of a Pixar feel to it. There's not too much information on the actual story. There's not a lot available. There's more clips of what's going on and normal trailer information. So this is a story about love and loss, and it's a cartoon. So there's not really much we can say about this until we see it, but I definitely like the way that they're going with this. This is showing the future of movies in a VR world.
Yeah, from what I understand about Allumette is she is the main character in this movie, and I hear that it's quite the touching story, like you said, love and loss. And yeah, I'm kind of interested to see how they're going. It's just something fun for the developers and to expand our horizons for what VR is going to be for everyone, not just gamers.
Yeah, I'm excited to see like a Marvel movie or something like that brought into a VR, a VR world, something that we can watch. Like, imagine seeing Hulk run past you and destroy a building, and you're watching this fight around you and being able to focus on all the little details onto the side. Like, I know that there's tons of people that do that already with, a 2D image and pick the little things out and all the little stuff that it's not right in your face. But doing a VR, it's going to really show how they're going to be able to control what you're looking at. Because if you give a 3D space, I could look at the wall the whole time and miss the movie if I really wanted to. So, like, I've noticed Allumette's doing a good job of that because it's Cloud City. You've got small buildings, and I could look at the clouds, or I could look at the structure and the story that's going on right in front of me. So I think they've gone that direction just so they could control your view a little more and put your focus and your attention on the story without veering off. I don't think it's going to work with every show, but I think this one's going to show the right direction.
It's going to be interesting though. It kind of gives a unique challenge to the movie industry because, like you said, it's going to be the full 3D world. It's not just going to be the picture right in front of you. So if I want to look off to the right, what's going on over there? Like they can't have just a closed set or a camera crew over there anymore. That sort of thing. They might be able to almost have a little bit of multiple storylines going on. Like you can see something else happening in the background or something like that while the main storyline is going on. That'll be fun.
Yeah,
see what happens.
I'd like to see it in like realistic. Like we're seeing 3D movies right now, like like Toy Story and Pixar kind of stuff. But it would be cool to see like an actual, a real actor and see how they're able to put that into VR. Yeah, it'd be interesting. There's going to be a lot of cameras and a lot of weird stuff, but it'd be interesting to see.
Maybe we'll see Avatar on VR someday.
Oh, probably. They'll jump on it.
Yeah.
They jump on everything.
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to release it? For sure they're going to try to make their money off of that.
People are going to buy that like crazy. Alright, so the next game on the list is Battlezone. It's one of the games that we got to try the demo at the PlayStation Experience. This one is just a remake of an older arcade game, and that's all it's going to be this time around. It's just a VR version of the arcade game. There's 4-player co-op. There's no mention of any online multiplayer right now, but yeah, I think it's basically just going to be a straightforward tank battling game.
Yeah, for like right now, I haven't seen anything with the multiplayer, like other than the co-op. You're going to be over the internet, so they already have that built in. They're going to have servers already, So if they do a battle system, or if they do, you know, arcade attack, who can get the most points in this little area, that'd be interesting. I know they haven't talked anything about storyline, but I've seen that there's different levels, so you must progress a little bit. I'm hoping you're able to unlock weapons and go back and beat the levels more drastically, like just clean house with some weapon that you get near the end of the game, or a new tank that you get near the end of the game. But I haven't heard too much about that aspect of the game. It's interesting. It'll be cool to try this out. I don't know if I'm going to spend my money and get the full copy.
Yeah, this is. I think that's the only way they're going to expand the shelf life of this game is by having unlockables like tanks, weapons, as you progress through the game. If it's just online scoring and things like that, like I don't think a lot of people are going to keep on playing this game too much. It's just kind of entry level VR from what I see right now, and yeah, see where they go with it.
I can see the Battlezone back in the day was kind of ahead of its time and pushing 3D graphics, so it's no wonder that they put it on VR. They're trying to be ahead of the game. Working down the list, the next game I want to talk about is Driveclub VR. So last video, just to start off, I talked a little bit about Driveclub VR, and I had a Next Gen comment, and he let me know that Driveclub VR was probably going to be a standalone game. So I did a little bit of research, and it looks like Sony had closed down Evolution Studios, the maker of Driveclub originally. So Codemasters picked them up. So it's the same team that's working on them, but it's technically under a different label. So I don't see them putting this as downloadable content for free if you already have the game, or even a paid downloadable content might be on the mix, but I don't see them doing that either. So it will be a standalone game, and I'd really like to thank Next Gen for commenting, because it's important for us to give correct information and let people know what's going on. And if we're mixing that up, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and we'll try to fix that up. But anyways, this is 100% racing simulator. It looks beautiful, and you can control this with the steering wheel or the controller.
Yeah, I'm really pushing for the PlayStation Thrust. Like, it's a little pricey, $400 or $500, something like that. But to be able to shift and everything like that is going to just really add to the experience. Being on VR, it's going to really bring in like some of that real world muscle memory, like that you would actually get from driving a fast car or driving race cars, things like that. Like coming up to corners, you're going to be able to like feel when to slow down and how hard you're going into a turn and things like that. Whereas in older style driving games, like with the just playing with the PlayStation controller, the controls can be a little bit sensitive. It's a little bit hard to make like those hairpin turns, things like that. But it's going to bring a lot of feel, a lot of muscle memory into the game, make it a lot more immersive, a lot more exciting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this game. This is definitely a game I'm going to pick up. I might even try to get the more expensive steering wheel. If I have to get one down a step, I'm going to, because it's going to be amazing to be able to like drive some exotic vehicles that I can afford myself, and be able to look at the whole inside of the car and control it like I'm driving to work way too fast, you know. But yeah, I'm really excited about this game. This is one on my list. This was one on my list. I actually went out and purchased Driveclub because there was talk about it being free. But I got it. Who cares? I've got the copy. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I heard mentioned in one gameplay trailer for Driveclub VR is that you can actually look in your mirrors, or rear view mirror, your side mirrors, and see other drivers coming up and behind you on your sides, things like that. So that's something that with VR you're really getting beyond just a regular PlayStation experience or a gaming experience of just straightforward driving down the road. Is again, with the VR world, everything around you is going to be included, and like we said before, like VR is something totally different. You don't realize, even watching someone else play VR in the mall or something like that, if you walk by somebody playing a demo, you can see what's on the screen. It just looks like a regular video game to anybody walking by, but putting on that headset is just opens up a whole new world for people, and Driveclub is really taking advantage of that.
So the next game on our list is Valkyrie. This is a game that we also had an opportunity to try at the PlayStation Experience. It's a multiplayer dogfighting shooter. So it's gonna have multiplayer as well. It's only controlled with the controllers. This is a game that I think is gonna suffer from the fact that it was the first out on all platforms. It was almost pushed towards the VR and made strictly around it. So it's gonna have all the problems. We're gonna see anything from VR that's wrong with VR in this game, and I'm not saying that it's gonna be a bad game, but I guarantee you, 2 months down the road after all these other games come out, nobody's gonna play this game. Everybody's already had an opportunity to play this game, especially putting it on the demo. Really, what more can you get out of it? A little dogfighting, whatever. I don't see anybody. I won't be picking this one up as well.
Yeah, again, being a demo, it's just one of those games that's kind of give you a feel for what VR is going to be eventually. With the lack of a campaign or a story mode or anything like that, just being strictly a 4-player or a multiplayer online game, I can't see putting a lot of time into it. Really, it does look fun, but I don't know. Like you said, we're going to probably see a lot of problems for some people, like the motion sickness, things like that. I think that these are going to be kind of the growing pains for VR is going to come out in this style of game. Some people might have some issues with it because it is, again, one of those big 360 environments, but with the ability to fly a spaceship and do barrel rolls or things like that, and you're trying to fight against other people online, so you're going to be looking around with your headset left, right, up and down, while at the same time you're going to be flying straight or around other spaceships, through asteroids, around freighters, things like that. So it's going to be, I'm sure there's going to be some bugs going along with that, a little bit of lag and possibly some motion sickness for some people out there. So we'll see how it feels once it comes out.
Yeah, I wonder how the multiplayer is going to work. If my game lags and sketches out, is that going to instantly make me feel sick?
Yeah.
I know with Valkyrie is the only one that I started. Like, I didn't get motion sickness, but I could feel it coming on when I was playing the demo. And if they have any bit of frame rate lag, I'm pretty sure you're going to start feeling that a little bit more. And mixing online with it ups the chance of that happening. Mm-hmm. And especially with this game, it seems like there's a lot going on at all times. There's the freighters flying by, and there's tons of ships to shoot down, and then if you have multiplayer characters playing with you, that's going to be a totally different thing. I'm excited to have the demo, but I'm definitely not excited to go out and buy this game right away. Yeah. I'll wait until it's cheap.
Yeah, we could be totally wrong though. We'll see what happens with the demo. It could be a great game. It looks beautiful. The demo that we got to play, it ran really smoothly, like minus the inverted controls. I never been able to play games with inverted controls. If I get my hands on it in the full game, I'm gonna have to mess with the settings right away, because I just, the down is up and up is down, all that just screws me up right from the get-go. So I didn't really have that great experience with the demo just because of that. So I didn't really get to fully play the demo, sorry. I was basically just trying to fly around and see if I could get any motion sickness or see any lag. I was just trying to push the controls, see what happened. Physically, the gameplay looks great, but yeah. How is the actual shelf life going to be? Yeah, for sure.
So the next game on the list is Gnog. This is a game I totally didn't even hear about until this list was released. I guess it got hidden under all the great titles available on E3, but it was there. I didn't hear a single thing about it. It's a puzzle game. It's a puzzle game where you play with giant toy heads and unlock heads, and you're able to get to the next head. It's kind of weird. You don't need VR to play this game. They're pushing it a little bit. I don't see the reason why. It almost seems like they're trying to sneak in, hey, I'm VR. Pass your money this way. I want some of that cash. Like, they could have waited. Like, I'm pretty sure this game almost, if you want to play a puzzle game, you're not going to slide on a headset to sit there and play a puzzle game when you could just turn on your TV and it's going to give you the same experience. Pretty much, like, what can they do with with a little floating head that you fool around with in VR. How is that going to make that any better than on your TV? It's not going to enhance the experience at all.
Yeah, VR is not adding anything to Gnog, the experience for Gnog. It seems like Sony might have just been doing a favor for the developer here, letting them jump on the VR bandwagon, but it's just a straightforward puzzle game, just colorful environment. It looks really nice, but I guess there's no real tutorial or descriptions of what you need to do in the game. You just have to start playing with these monster heads and solve the puzzle and unlock another monster head and see where it takes you.
So this game really makes me worry for VR. Like, if they start throwing titles like this, like if this game isn't $20 and under, you know, I would never buy something like this anyways. But there's going to be somebody that sees this game and is like, oh, this looks like it'd be fun, blah blah blah, and they download it and they're totally disappointed because they're like, it's a VR title. You don't want to saturate the market for VR with these titles that don't show off and don't really, you know, enhance what VR is or give you something new. Like this game, there's lots of little indie titles available on the Vive and the Oculus, and it is really hurting their market because they got all these small titles that do VR horrible. So if that's my first title that I play and it's horrible, I'm gonna just imagine that all the other titles are gonna fall under that same category, and you know, oh, it's gonna make me feel sick because this indie developer didn't tweak it properly for the system. And if we start seeing stuff like that on the Sony Play Store, it's gonna hurt us quite a bit. And I want to see. I'd rather less titles with better quality than a massive load of titles that are shit, because it's gonna hurt VR big time.
Yeah, I agree. This is just filler to fill up the demo, really. I think that's all it is. I can only imagine like opening up the PlayStation store and you're going to see Gnog, the basic version for your PS4 for $20 or something like that, then having to pay $30 for a VR version of it or something, and you're not getting anything more out of it. There's no benefit to having this game on VR compared to a standard experience. But hopefully people can look past that and get a few hours of fun out of this game and realize that there's a lot more to VR than just this.
It almost seems like most of the titles on this demo list are arcade games or demo type games that show off VR. So we don't need games that are built to be little demos and stuff. We have enough of those. Let's focus on games that have, you know, some good storytelling or you know, some objective that I need to work to get to. Something that's going to draw me into the game, that's going to immerse me. Like 2D games immerse me already. I want a VR game to immerse me. I want to feel for the character, which is me. And in a VR situation, that's me. That's going to be me. So they really need to push that direction on it quite a bit.
Oh, but later on in this list, there's going to be a few horror titles, and they're going to be, I think they're just going to be terrifying. And things like Allumette, the one we talked about at the start of this video, it's just gonna, those are the games you want to look for with VR. Those are the ones that are going to bring you in, make it an experience for the player. And those are VR games.
Yeah, there's something you want to talk about. Yeah. Something that you want to show your friends because you want to videotape them when they're got their eyes closed, pretty much. But anyways, yeah, for the next 4 weeks, the countdown of VR, we're gonna go through this list, and on the day of release, we're gonna try to live stream, talking to people, and getting our copy, and then we're gonna go home and we're gonna live stream unboxing it, if we can figure it out, anyways. If we can make that work, we're gonna do that. Yeah, so we'll have, you know, day one, we're gonna show you exactly what's in the box. We're gonna show you the games. We're gonna show you if it's an actual physical disc with 17 games on it, or if it's just codes. Because that's one thing that I bet you they're codes. You know, they're gonna be codes, which sucks because then we gotta wait for them to download. And if it's 17 games, that's a lot of games to download.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, like always, leave a comment down below. Share, like this video if you like it. Tell us what we're doing right. Tell us what we're doing wrong. It's up to you guys. But like always, see you next time.
There's a crocodile.